Our opening song is by Stephen Cogswell. It's called Frasier or get it at awtfy.com. That's awtfy.com/or.
Brian speaks in like 3 sentences worth of riddles before.
Always metaphors.
Maybe I hear the blues are calling. I'm selling and scrambled eggs. All right, so hunter in a field. You see, or. Two things of a rabbit. You're like, oh God, all right. Well, maybe it's a rabbit. Maybe it's 2 snakes. It's actually the sun's getting low. Yes. And so that would be the calling again. Ha ha! Ho ho! Gee whiz! Hot damn! Hot yeah!
Oh my God! I hope we can remember how to do this show. We are live again on a Tuesday night right here in beautiful Austin, Texas. Hello, my name is Brian Brushwood, and I am joined via Skype from OAK. It's my BFF, JRY, Justin Robert Young. Holy cow, it's been a hot minute. The biggest break we've ever had in the entire 11-year history of us doing this nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know. We've never done back-to-back tapes?
We've never taken...
We've done live shows plenty of times, and we've done tapes every once in a while.
Yep.
But we've never missed a week, and we've never gone 2 tapes, but we did 2 tapes.
Yeah, man. It was a little bit wild. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. It was delightful to see my children and hang out with Bonnie or whatever. But I felt a little bit of kind of the retiree syndrome, just sort of like, well, what am I gonna? I guess I'll walk the dog again.
I know. Next thing you know, like I'm just yelling the C word out in public, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's got to be a place where this energy normally goes. And, I didn't have it.
Yeah. Most of the people are not reacting in Italy, but one person, the people who speak English, are looking at you. You're like, I'm sorry, it's Tuesday night back in America. It's time.
I do a podcast. Never mind.
I'll say it louder and slower for you. Mucho podcasto.
This will be great in the Cogswell song. Cogswell song?
They make songs of me. I'm very famous. #1 comedy album.
Many times. No, I missed all of you terribly. Among the people that I missed terribly, of course, our producer Bryce Neshcom Castillo. How you doing, Bryce?
Hey, I'm happy to be back. I was manning the stream while we were gone.
So you got to see the shows twice. I've already forgotten everything that happened that entire week because it was intense. Bonnie, I remember after the whirlwind of podcasting, because we not only banked a bunch of Night Attack episodes, but it was also a bunch of weird things or whatever.
Yeah.
Bonnie just points to the literal mountain of crushed beer cans that is about to come alive like the trash in Fraggle Rock and start singing songs. And she's like, you want to calm this down? And I'm like, sweetheart. I mean, we had to do 3 weeks worth of shows.
A lot of podcasts.
But also, like 8 different people came through the studio that week too. It was good. They were good shows. It sounds like people liked them. So.
Well, and you know, that's as we move forward, we know that the show tends to be, you know, faster and better when we're all in the same room together, and if the audience is, you know, okay with the idea that not every single week has to be live on a Tuesday night, I mean, you know, we can come on out and do an awful lot of shows.
I mean, we've certainly promised that via the Patreon. Not that long ago. So.
Too early for the plug. Hold on.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Is this like the Methodist communion where they only do it one time out of the month? You know? One
Maybe
live
that's what
show
it is.
a month.
Night Attack Communion.
That's what we're going to do. We're switching to the Methodist communion method. You heard it here first. Don't try to steal it.
Hey, so tell me about going to Italy, man. How was it?
Oh, my God, Italy. You know, it's shaped like a boot. You know? Crazy place. Look, man, what are you going to say? It's Rome. It's very old. You know, they got a lot of old shit out there. You know, this Coliseum. There's me cheersing you. I was at a winery.
I saw you show dogs eating pasta. I don't know if that's like an Italian racist stereotype that you're just playing into, or
I know what it. All right, so
is this the equivalent of like the painted horses that are supposedly zebras in Tijuana, where it's like, do the thing where we feed the dog spaghetti?
No, all right, so this was a genuine moment. Between Ashley and I, we got family out in Sicily, and we went there to stay with them. They're in like the middle of the island. This is not Palermo. This is not any of the big cities. It's San Cataldo. Go look it up. It's right there in the middle. It's a great time. So we sit down, and either of them speak English, but we can translate a little bit through Google Translate, and Luigi, the guy who's feeding this dog a bowl of spaghetti, speaks a little bit. And so we have a great little meal. And then at the end, this is just a natural thing that happens. We're done with the meal, which, by the way, a gigantic bowl of pasta. And then a bunch of stuff. God damn, Brian. Italians eat pasta like nothing I've ever seen.
No, hold on. Look, I don't want to lean into racial stereotypes. You don't want to lean into these things.
But wait.
Neither do I. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
But your cousin is Luigi?
I'm not shitting you.
Oh my God.
Luigi and Maria are
Maria and Luigi.
Maria and Luigi, and so next thing you know, we have this big bowl of pasta. We don't eat all of it, and I don't know whether or not they're just showing off for the. I don't know why I wanted to call us round eyes, but
go ahead. That's our word. We get to say that.
I don't know if they're showing off for the pale faces, but next thing you know, the entire bowl of pasta out there and just dumps it into their dog's bowl. The dog's the best. His name is Argo. But that dog went to town. And I had such a great time. I was laughing so hard. It was one of the funniest things that I had ever seen in my entire life. I posted on Facebook and Instagram. And, of course, the Facebook police come out. And they're just like, you can't feed a dog pasta. He's going to have an upset stomach. He's going to poop all over the place. I'm the Facebook police.
Man, you sounded awful lot like Fat Rick Santorum, Facebook police. Is this? Wait,
this thing. Excuse me. You keep that lip, and next thing you know, I'm gonna add 2 to 3 comments on your next post because I'm the Facebook police.
Okay. So how do you I guess maybe around that time there was somebody I forgot even what got somebody fussy over it. But I just stole your idea of just responding with dancing dog gifs to somebody. And I think I texted you at 2 in the morning saying, in your entire life, your greatest gift to all of humanity was the idea of only responding to people in animated or in dancing dog gifs. I'm proud to say I was your friend when this happened.
And I leaned back, smile on my face, put my hands behind my head, and said to myself, did I ever tell Brian to do that? Because I don't remember.
So you just rolled with that credit.
I'm just like, hey, look, somebody shows up and gives me $100. I'm not going to tell them I don't deserve it.
Well, and the best part is that the nice part about, deciding to, in what you're saying is hey, you seem, it was about Jeopardy. It was about whether or not the reign of terror of that one dude was a problem or not. And dude was real fired up about it. And I was like, hey, you seem real fired up about it. So I'm only going to respond with dancing dog gifs from now on. And it was, dude with 25 more comments. And every time. And the best part about responding only with dancing dog gifs is you get to look at a lot of gifs of dancing dogs. Very quickly, you feel good.
Oh, God.
You know what's really funny about people being fired up about dogs eating leftovers? Leftovers is just that's how they became dogs from wolves, is eating leftovers. The whole reason we have dogs is because they ate our leftovers and got cute.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I don't know. If I get into it, it's going to be an unfunny show of just me being angry about people on Facebook. But
hey man, who's got a dancing dog gift for this man?
In fact, Bryce, can you just queue up a couple dancing dog gifts like this? I get fired up about Facebook, just throw a dancing dog GIF. It's just gonna calm me down. Just bring me back down to one.
That was the first name given to Josie when she was an unborn child. Was
dancing dog GIF?
Yeah, we showed.
Oh my God, this is such shitty podcast.
This is
dancing dog.
This bit is not gonna play for the audio.
Look, man, joy translates in audio format. I'm pretty sure. So the
we got a little.
This will translate. Bryce, just do me a favor and tweet all these GIFs out. As you showed them, tweet them out on the Night Attack Twitter so people can go look at them.
We were just watching a Chihuahua do
a cha-cha.
A cha-cha.
A chihuahua-cha. When Bonnie got an ultrasound of Josie in her belly, I think Penny was 3 years old, and we showed the picture, and we're like, "Hey, that's your sister. What should we call her?" And she, pops a, much like you would picture Sherlock Holmes removing a pipe. She always had her thumb in her mouth, and she would kind of pop it out, and that with this perfect punctuation, and she goes, "We should call her Best Dancing Dog." And then she pauses and says, "Or Bad Dog for short." So Josie's original first name was Best Dancing Dog.
Or Bad Dog for short.
Her working title.
Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
So all right. So I'm taking a shower the other day.
All right.
And Bonnie pops in. Oh man, we got Disco Dog. This is amazing.
This one's in a rave. He's like,
it's like a Ron Paul GIF is what it looks like.
It does. It's happening.
So we've talked on this show how I have this perpetual 5 head. Like since the age of 19, I've wondered if I'm having a receding hairline or whatever, right? And then at some point in my 30s, I'm like, it's just always going to be this high up, right? And so I'm taking a shower, and Bonnie pops her head over, and we're chatting a bit, and then I turn around, and she goes, "Oh," and I turn back, and I go, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, turn around again." I turn around again, and she was like, "You seem a little," and I just looked at her, and I was like, "It's finally happening, isn't it?" And she was like, "Well, we have that minoxidil from the sponsor." and so it was like, I guess it's time. And that's cool. I mean, it's like, I guess I'm thinning. I don't know. I'm in my mid-40s now. So it's like, well, let's do preventative maintenance. Everything I've read indicates that you want to take action early or whatever. So I start putting the minoxidil on there.
This is a hair.
Yeah, just to keep your hair growing.
Yeah, was that the active ingredient in like Rogaine or whatever?
Yeah, it's generic Rogaine, right? But now it's like I don't even think you need a doctor. You can just go get it off the shelf, basically, right?
Yeah,
so
well, that was the because Rogaine was never prescription, right? Like that was.
Oh
like
no, it was for a while, and then it went generic, and then or maybe I don't know. Propecia is still the one that needs a doctor. But
no. I think Rogaine became the thing because it was the first time that you could just walk into a Eckerd or some shit and buy some Rogaine.
Yeah, well, so I'm like, whatever, just add it to my daily regimen, squirt the thing on the thing, no big deal. So like after 3 weeks of this, I look and I'm like, Bonnie, is am I going crazy here, or is it worse now? And Bonnie looks and she goes, "It's definitely worse." And then I go to the Googles and find out about a little thing called minoxidil shedding. So basically, what happens is, oh, look at that dancing dog.
Oh no! Oh Jesus!
He's got a little outfit on. It's cute. He looks like a little wizard dancing.
Doing costume changes, and this dog is going wild.
So basically, I look at what happens is you put the go-go juice on your follicles, and your follicles are like, "Oh man, I guess we're getting down to business then." Well, if we're gonna turbocharge this, let's dump this old baggage. And so it takes your current hair and throws it out so that it can start supercharging with bigger, thicker, fuller, right? And so, and I'm like, well, screw that. And then it's like, well, maybe I just won't do this. And then it's like the one thing everything says is like, whatever you do, don't stop.
Yeah.
Because now you've lost your long, old, busted hair. Your sweet new grill is coming in, and you're going to stop it in its tracks.
Yeah. So where are you now? When did this happen?
I guess I started a month ago, and the realization was a couple weeks ago. And I think I'm just in the middle ground. I think right now is as bad, air quotes, as it's going to get. But even then, I don't know, like, do we have a hairline cam? I don't know if anyone cares about this. But it's.
Is it a hairline?
Is it a hairline thing or is it a spot?
It's it's just a little bit thinner than it used to be all over. But the hairline is what I've always been worried about. And what's funny is when you go to like, I looked at the Keeps website about Rogaine for hairline, and they carefully explain that the FDA has approved for the use on the crown. And they say, but the only reason that, the crown was the only thing that was studied. They say, we can think of no reason that it wouldn't work on your hairline as well. But that's up to you if you want to choose to do an off-label use for this product. And it basically, because you know how it's like those FDA studies are 10 or 15 years and millions of dollars. It's like, you're not going to do 5 of them for different parts of the hairline. You're just going to do the one for the most popular thing.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So wait, I'm still confused here. So was the initial sighting by Bonnie? Was it the back of your head or was it the hairline?
It was in the back of the head, but that's just because like it's just in general less full than it used to be, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And then when your hair is wet, that's when you get those weird parts and all that stuff.
Okay. So now, but you've always been worried about your hairline,
right? Well, and that's where I noticed it because that's where I look is on the hairline. So I tend to kind of use it right along the hairline and put a bit on the crown and call it a day. And then
so you noticed it shedding on the hairline,
right? Correct. And then and so now I'm stuck in like. Well, I can't too far to turn around now, so I'm continuing to do it. So if all of a sudden I show up, what I'm terribly afraid of is like doing it too low to where all of a sudden I have like an Eddie Munster, like down right above my eyebrows.
That feels like an unfounded worry.
That seems like some shit that would happen if Bugs Bunny sprayed you with a flower.
Yeah.
The gross stuff. You're so right. Like he waters
You're looking like one of those fucking Mexican kids that look like werewolves that bounce on the trampoline.
Yeah. So anyway, all right.
Is this? Do we want to keep an eye on this? Or are you drawing attention to it?
Oh, I don't know. I was just oversharing a fun story from my life.
I know, but
not all of us saw dogs eating pasta, Justin. Some of us have to talk about.
Argo! Hooray! Argo! The cutest thing about Argo is he's an outdoor dog and he always tries to get in the house, and everyone it just says they just go, "No, Argo, no."
You know why he always gets. You know why he's an outdoor dog is because he's always shitting in the house. That was
the other thing I want to say is like, look, dude, this is an Italian dog, which means he probably eats pasta every fucking day, and he lives outside, so he can shit wherever he wants. Whatever, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
All right, well, Brian, you want us to? We're all in support. Wherever your hairline wants to go.
Yeah, everyone, do me a favor. Get a tattoo across your forehead that says, never forget this hairline, and just draw a dotted line across it.
On there?
I mean, it's the only way to show support for my real problems that I have.
So everybody, draw your hairline today, and then tweet us a picture at Night Attack Show to make sure that we know that you're in support of Brian's hairline.
Or
call back.
Head on over
A studio audience fucking clapped because the catchphrase was said.
1877 here for Brian.
Oh, geez, wow.
1877 here for Brian.
Should I bring up our wedding picture so you can see your?
I mean, I guess we can have a
old one?
forensic analysis, or everyone could just head on over to patreon.com/nightattack and support the show.
We will send patrons only a picture of Brian's wedding.
That's oh my god. You guys actually, you know what? That'll be a patron perk because that is a hell of a picture, man.
Speaking of patron perk, you guys don't know this.
Uh-oh.
This Saturday we have something very special, only going out to patrons.
Yes.
This is something both of you did. This is something three.
You did this. You bad boys. You eat that spaghetti. Get out. No, Brian and Justin. No.
No, Argo.
No, this,
In, the Discord, there's a special Discord that's only there for patrons, and so I was back in the country and I was just like reconnecting with all of my like favorite internet places to go. So I go to the Patreon Discord, and the last thing there is Bryce hyping something cool up, and he's like, "Hey, we got some exclusive content coming at you real soon." And I'm like getting hyped, and I'm like, "Hell yeah, man! Awesome exclusive content!" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, this is my Discord."
no, this is you guys might remember, when was this? Back in March? You remember something you guys did in March?
Is this the finally we are coming out with the lost
the VIP
ICS Night Attack episode.
Oh,
Night
that's
Attack,
wonderful.
Ice Cream Social crossover VIP event, which is about an hour-long podcast plus 15 minutes of question and answer, are going to go out only to patrons at patreon.com/nightattack, or the Ice Cream Social guys will put it on their Patreon too. But I don't know if it'll be timed exclusive, but it'll certainly go to our patrons first for a minute. First
C's. Head on over to patreon.com/nightattack and sign up. And if you are a new patron and new subscribers, or if you raise your pledge, then you have a chance to randomly be shouted out at a little thing like we like to call...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour.
It's an hour of it. Man, this how many of our patrons have definitely been hard-boiled detectives?
Oh, I would say anywhere between 2 and 3 dozen.
Okay, because but then I need something original for this one, because this is definitely the name of somebody who's here to solve a crime.
Oh, well, I mean, this crime solver hails from the town of Kenosha, Wisconsin, I'd bet.
Yeah, well, he definitely does, and that's why we're standing here in this pawn shop with the case of the electrified guitar. Look at
I just seem to have this guitar here, and next thing you know, I think it was inhabited by the powers of Zeus as it shoots bolts from its neck.
That would definitely explain the 5 dead store employees all around, Officer Justin.
Yeah, well, anyway, somebody needs to find Zeus and get his ass down here.
Squeak! Jingle, jingle, jingle. Hey, you guys got a problem here? Yeah, looks like you got an electrified guitar killing various employees.
Yeah, and a rogue god that done did it to us. We need someone to get on this case and bring the ancient Greek god Zeus to justice.
Well, normally I would think that would be the job of you detectives on the case, but don't worry, I'm here to handle it. Here's my business card. It's me, Skip Johnson.
Skip Johnson?
Yes, no, that's my name, Skip Johnson.
Skip Johnson?
Okay.
Johnson!
I didn't realize I was this famous. It's just me, Skip Johnson.
Skip Johnson! Skip Johnson!
All right, hold on. It's
Skip Johnson. Skip Johnson.
all right, look, I didn't get into the detective
Excuse me,
game.
can I get your autograph, Skip Johnson?
Johnson!
All right, fine. Look, Mercury did it. Skip Johnson out. Poof.
Well, I got Zeus on my face.
Is that what people should call it in the bedroom? Yo, Yo, baby, get ready. I'm gonna put Zeus on your face. I want somebody.
It does kind of look like Greek yogurt.
Yo, you ready for greased lightning? I'm about to put Zeus on your face. I want somebody to, as an experiment, try that with their loved one, and please send us an email.
Not a
Mail
GIF. Not a GIF.
No,
Tell us how it goes, just with a straight face. Just
I'm gonna put Zeus on your face.
act like it's a thing that people say. Like, I'm gonna put Zeus on your face, and then oh my god, that would be amazing. Hey, would you have a 1-minute story you could tell us, Bonnie?
Oh, I spent my 1-minute story earlier.
Okay, all right. Well, here,
sorry.
this is the part where we go full on Twitch streamer, and we shout out all the people who are.
I got a story here, Brian.
Yeah, does it involve a cattle humper?
Of course, it was a cattle humping story. And when I was traveling, traversing the countryside of Sicily, well, I met a man named Sooth, Brian, and Sooth looked at me right in the eye, and he said, "I know that you're a wanderer who's come from very far, but a Nafer man is what I believe you are." And Brian, I'll bet you can guess what I said to him next.
Oh, sure, because you speak perfect Italian. You said, "A captain of food bar." What is the problem with being a whatever it was you said? Have a hot beverage, maybe some pasta, and eat it like a dog from a bowl.
Like a hot wine?
Well, a scoundrel, he called me as he tossed my beverage to the ground. And Sooth did stare at me, and lo, he had a frown. "Buy, oh cow," he screamed, because it was a name that was on the screen right now.
Also, he saw that you were humping a cattle at the time, and he was very upset about it. And he says, "Captain of Jack 913, you get out of here. Go back to America. I put Zeus on your face."
And I did.
That was a good...
I had to declare the Zeus on my way out.
Hey, now's a good time for us to shout out the ongoing contest during every live performance where we do a little... The Bit Boss. Right now in the lead, BioCow 345. Bringing up the rear is your man Jeff and Renai Goo. We're going to shout out the real winner by the end.
Ooh, I'll tell you what, that's a grabbable Bit Boss for the first Bit Boss back. That's a pretty good thing.
Oh.
All right, hey, Bryce, do we have a game?
We do have a game. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second part of the show. We have a classic game. You guys know it. You guys love it. It's Apologizes For.
Oh man, I feel like
shit.
it's like we're
Thank you,
seeing,
Bonnie.
It's like we're seeing a meteor. We're seeing climate change, global climate change, in the form of, it used to be that a once in a century game is now like a once every 2 months game, as more and more headlines say Apologizes For.
Sure,
Like we're seeing more and more wild, irascible storms.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right.
So we, if you don't know Apologizes For, I've gone through various news gathering websites and looked for headlines about people apologizing for things, and I've replaced one or multiple words in the headline with blanks. And all of our participants here will have to guess what the blank is, and then science will determine who's closest and give them points.
Yeah.
We do have a little bit of info here, so we can give you info with the headline that won't spoil it too much. We're gonna start with this first headline here. We're gonna start with Brian here. Brian, the headline goes: Twitter issues apology for blocking accounts critical of blank. I gotta find my millionaire music.
Dancing dog GIFs.
Look, Twitter's got to deal with a lot of stuff, right? You know, they have copyright and Nazis and
They were
all sorts of
banning critical of...
Twitter issues apology for blocking accounts critical of blank. We have a little bit more info here. Twitter's @policy account included as part of their apology tweet thread, quote, "Sometimes our routine actions catch false positives or we make errors. We apologize. We're working today to ensure we overturn any errors, but that we remain vigilant in enforcing our rules for those who violate them."
I feel like it's almost certainly something to do with sexual orientation or gender identity. Is that specific enough?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
A bold pick for Pride Month.
Oh.
Justin, Twitter issues apology for blocking accounts critical of blank.
I kind of think it's political. I'm gonna say AOC.
You say Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
Bonnie, you want to play?
Oh, I say it's the president.
The president.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What?
You mean President Zeus?
Yeah, all over his face.
All right. Well, let's.
It's all over my own face.
quick side jag. Did you see that headline about the president sporting a different hairstyle?
Oh, his like slicked back.
Yeah, his
hairdo in
he's
England.
like, let me look more like a mafioso crime boss.
He looked like a Nevada brothel owner.
Yeah, he did.
He definitely looked super skeezy. All right, we've got a winner here. Twitter issues apology for blocking accounts critical of China. China. We're going to give that point to Bonnie because the president just loves our friends over in China.
Yeah. Hey,
I like that.
Happy Tiananmen Square massacre anniversary.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that. Man, where were you? I mean,
I actually
think-
do remember. It's
You
really
do?
weird. Yeah. I was over at a friend's house, and that iconic image of the Tank Man, who, by the way,
Yeah.
nobody, they still don't know who the Tank Man is, and that's the famous image. But thanks to the internet, did I watch some documentaries of live boots on the ground of citizens being mowed down by the military. It's wow. Well, that's some worth getting the education, and
Imagine how they're reflecting on it in Beijing.
All right, we're going to go to round 2 here. Justin, we're going to start with you. Chinese restaurant apologizes for writing blank blank on a customer's takeout order. Chinese restaurant
Oh,
apologizes for
wow.
writing.
There's definitely 2 words that I swore to Brian that I'd never say on the air.
A server for the restaurant told Yahoo, quote, "I don't think anyone would do that intentionally. We don't have bad intentions. Maybe it was a prank to make us look bad," suggests the employee.
This is what you're seeing on the face of Justin is the battle between the desire to win the game and be appropriate.
Chinese restaurant apologizes for writing blank blank two blanks on a customer's takeout order.
He leaned in, and again his conscience got the better of him.
Peacock.
Oh,
A
man.
very politic answer. All right, Bonnie. Chinese restaurant apologizes for writing blank blank on a customer's takeout order.
What if I start the words with bees?
Well, you can just.
Justin knows. Like, would it be okay?
I don't-
I never made any promises.
Go with God on your answer. for
Yeah,
this one, I'm gonna
you
say.
do you, I guess. I don't.
Chinese restaurant apologizes for writing blank blank on a customer's takeout order.
I have no idea what you're saying, but everyone in the chat is screaming no. I mean, look.
Okay.
Succulent Chinese meal.
A succulent Chinese meal. Oh, what else does he say?
Prepare to receive my limp penis.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with God on this, and so I'll just say fuck you instead.
Just fuck you. Okay.
That's a safer bet.
All
Play
right.
it safe, Bond. Play it safe. Fuck you.
I mean, if it's some design to make them look bad, it's got to be like round eye on there, right?
The Chinese restaurant wrote round eye?
Yeah, somebody wrote round eye. Like, this order's for round eye.
And I love it. You can get a free steak on your birthday at Round Eye.
All right, we've got an answer here. Ding, ding, ding. Chinese restaurant apologizes for writing the N-word
Oh, dear!
on a customer's takeout order.
When is the end two words?
The N-word, I considered as 2 words. Whether you,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, that is 2 words. The
N-word.
N-word.
N-word being a dash.
Oh.
Or if you... Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Apparently they...
If you say it forcefully enough, you can kind of spread it into 2 words.
Well, oh, Jesus.
Oh.
So there is a dispute between the restaurant and the man who ordered. The restaurant says that they have the customers spell out their name, but who knows?
Oh, so wait, so they're saying that he put in that name?
They say it might be a prank to make the restaurant look bad. Who knows? We're gonna give
That does seem like
we've
that's
seen
the
stuff
kind of
like
thing
that
I would
on-
have done when I was in college. Is like, oh, I don't think they realize what I'm saying. Let me spell it out deliberately. Oh, I can't believe you wrote that
And
down as my name.
I've seen this stuff on social media where you see like a woman gets a pizza and they're like, they wrote white B word on here.
Yeah.
But then you go and like, as people realize, oh well, that's an online order. So that has a sticker because you did it online. So that I don't know. We'll have to find out in the future about that. All right, round 3.
Wait.
We will not rest on this show.
Oh, Brian got the point.
Yeah. Thank you, science.
Brian got the point. 'Cause,
Thank you, science. You're so cute.
Thank you. Well, all right. So,
So cute. I love your method. So cute.
Oh my God, the scientific method. It's like, oh, first you have a hypothesis. I like that you start with observation.
You start with
Evidence.
observation. That's where it all starts. That's why the sciences.
I love the way it's like if you're wrong, you just throw it all out. Oh my God.
Yeah, you can't even make a
Listen,
hypothesis.
I didn't realize that the Cam Girl impression and Steve McTillituder were so close.
Well, now we know how he makes his money to buy all those laser discs.
Oh, laser disc. It's so cute. Oh my God.
all right, we have
Let's get her.
another headline here. We're going to start with Bonnie on this round. The North Face apologizes for its blank hack. The North Face apologizes for its blank hack.
The North Face is that brand of clothing your dad wears.
So
Yeah.
everybody go ahead. I got it.
You know this one, Justin?
Then.
Yeah, this one broke a few days ago.
Oh wait, so Justin actually knows it?
He's
Yeah,
certainly
but he's
saying
going to
that.
go last. So,
Oh,
the
okay.
North Face apologizes for its blank hack.
So,
We got a little bit of information here.
I'm gonna guess it's
I'm
not
gonna say-
computer.
I know. That's what I want to say.
So,
I'm gonna say Instagram hack. I bet.
okay.
Oh, so, wait, you don't want to hear the clue
You
he's
don't want
about
to
to
make
give?
sure-
Oh no! Oh, there's clues.
There's a little
Do
extra.
tell.
North Face apologized, saying, quote, "We believe deeply in blank's mission and apologize for engaging in activity inconsistent with those principles. Effective immediately, we have ended the campaign, and moving forward, we'll commit to ensuring that our teams and vendors are better trained on the site policies."
Ooh, site.
And by the way, we know it's
policies.
not the N word because it's only one word.
I don't know. That makes me feel like they had some kind of like billboard or something in the store that got hacked. And
Oh, like an
then-
electronic
advertising.
signage.
Electronic signage that got hacked, and then.
So it's advertising hack.
I'm gonna say advertising. hack.
Ad hack.
Ad hack.
Okay.
Ad hack.
And it's different than ad hoc.
Yes.
Right.
But
That is,
close.
that is.
Yes.
All right, Brian. If you know this, you might be able to sneak it out away from Justin. I'll give it to you because you got it first, but I don't know if you know this one. Or
I
not.
don't. Read it again.
The North Face apologizes for its blank hack.
I guess. And they had some comment about working with better people.
Effective immediately, we have ended the campaign, and moving forward, we'll commit to ensuring that our teams and vendors are better trained on the site policies.
Coupon hack.
Coupon hack. All right.
Highly controversial coupon.
That wouldn't hurt anything.
The
The
classic
promo
North
code
Face
was
coupon.
a certain 2-word phrase. I'll not. I'll not mention here.
That I shan't repeat again.
All right, Justin. Give him some justice on this one. The North Face apologizes for its
Wikipedia hack.
Wikipedia hack.
Wait, they did a Wikipedia hack?
Yes, they were going in and changing the photos for popular outdoor locations, replacing them with photos of that space with models or athletes
Wearing the North Face.
wearing North Face
Oh,
gear.
that's awful.
No, that's kind of brilliant. I mean,
mean,
it's really brilliant. That's terrible,
it's
though.
awful.
It's so
bad. There's something in my eye. Oh, it's awful. It's so awful. Oh, it's so awful. What is that in my eye? Good.
I agree with Beef Viper that we're really kind of stretching the definition of hack because it's not like they did anything.
It's a social hack. I mean, it's stealth advertising. I mean,
but also it's like theoretically, if they are. I don't know. When I first read this, I was like, I really kind of want to see what pictures they replaced. Because on Wikipedia, a lot of the pictures there for like big public landmarks are not the best, right? They're
I mean, like let's say.
So I think we've got one here. So this was an original image of Garita State Park, and it was replaced with this image of a gentleman.
That is pretty subtle.
That's a freaking great picture, though. Like,
It is a nice photo, but Wikipedia stood by this because they have a policy on unpaid. Let me see if it unpaid, undisclosed paid editing. So North Face had paid this advertising company, or the advertising company had come up with this, and that was the.
So you're saying if somebody wasn't being paid, they could, for example, update somebody's Wikipedia photo away from a photo from 2010. To something a little more current.
I feel like that person could have done that already.
But not too current for hairline reasons.
In fact, maybe current in a month or two when things are really current.
January was a great month.
Some of us were around late 2015 when a whole bunch of...
Oh my gosh. But this is reminding me of Brian's, like when you were doing the college market and how they changed the rules on what you could do every year after
based on whatever I did. They definitely just every year was a new set of rules at NACA, and it seemed very specific to what our previous campaign was.
So there we go. For NACA, please change their picture to Albert Scampson.
All right, we have another headline. Brian, we're going to start with you.
Oh, right on.
All right. Calvin Klein apologizes for Bella Hadid kiss with blank blank.
Oh, no.
What?
Not 2 words.
Bella Hadid would do that. Calvin Klein apologizes for Bella Hadid kiss with blank blank.
I'm guessing, is it too much fishing to say this is a person named Bella Hadid? I'm guessing.
Bella Hadid is a very popular model. Yes.
Okay.
She's an influencer. She's a model influencer.
That's right. Calvin Klein's apology stated that the concept of the campaign is to, quote, promote freedom of expression and a wide range of identities, and that the kiss in the ad is to, quote, challenge conventional norms and stereotypes in advertising. Calvin Klein apologizes for Bella Hadid kiss with blank blank.
How is Calvin Klein still getting away with this?
Because they have a history of this.
It was like 2 decades ago that they were like putting a molester commercials of grooming youngsters on television.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to say that it's now 2019. They have to push the boundaries much farther. And if 20 years ago it was molesters, then the only thing I can imagine more controversial is if she was kissing a 2 words rotting corpse.
Okay. Interesting.
Fashion forward.
Yeah. Justin, Calvin Klein apologizes for Bella Hadid kiss with blank blank.
Bella Hadid kiss.
Nuke Jello in the chat just responds with woke.
I'm gonna say, and this is more a spelling thing, right? So just keep it in mind.
Sure.
Is a spelling thing because it's 2 words, right? I've seen it spelled like this with no space. What is the sentence again?
Calvin Klein apologizes for Bella Hadid kiss with blank blank.
Osama bin Laden.
Maybe
also unfair because also a rotting corpse.
Specificity
if,
matters.
if this is the answer, then we're both right.
Then we gotta, we're gonna have to go to another
Lock
level
it in.
of specificity.
All right. Bonnie. Calvin Klein apologizes for a Bella Hadid kiss with blank blank.
I feel like, Bonnie, this is, if you're ever going to land closest to the right answer, you've got a really good chance right now.
Oh my god. Well, I saw something on the feed, so I feel like I
Just steal it.
Go for it. Go for it.
go for it.
In game. Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna say sexy robot.
You say sexy robot.
Right.
Sexy robot.
All right. Let's see here. Calvin Klein has apologized for a Bella Hadid kiss with Lil Michaela. If you don't know Lil Michaela is a CGI influencer, a completely concocted human.
Why would you apologize for that?
That's so
Because Bella
weird.
Hadid is straight.
Is a what?
Is straight.
Well,
Is
so
what?
I'd love to see more straight people kissing fake same-sex partners.
Well, good for you. Part of the issue is that the concerns that people have is Bella Hadid is straight, and they couldn't get a real
You couldn't get her to
lesbian?
kiss a real person. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, man, baby steps.
I think it
Baby
was-
Steps by Calvin Klein.
I think it was more bold about like talking about like other frontiers of kissing, like
You know what? I'm
the
just
internet
disappointed that it
age.
wasn't a rotting corpse. I feel like that's the real edge.
it's not even, but it's not a real person either.
Right. The little Michaela is a CGI.
Right.
Right. Which
personality.
is kind of incorporeal.
Incorporeal.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Correct my
Incorporate.
words.
Incorporated.
Incorporated. She's incorporated, I'm sure.
Hey,
Oh, Cattle Humper has got the real problem. Is that so she's underage?
I know, that's what I was thinking too. I
She's
was like,
kissing
wait.
a 2-year-old.
Apparently, little Michaela apparently is canonically 19. So there we go. But Bonnie does get the point because that's closest. Even though I would say a sexy robot is a type of corpse. So there we go.
We're all winners.
Yay!
Except for Osama bin Laden.
No, Osama bin Laden.
I don't know. I mean, like, you ever seen Osama bin Laden and little Michaela in the same place at the same time? Nope.
Don't think so.
Which is weird because she's the one who could do that. All right.
As she kisses Osama, now we're selling.
So
now we're
this
selling jeans.
This is just the Luddites all mad because, you know, the robots are stealing the jobs.
Do you think when you go swimming in the ocean, some part of your body's touching the molecules of the decayed corpse of Osama bin Laden?
Is he in the ocean?
Well, yeah, they gave him a burial at sea because they didn't want to
I
spectacle.
mean, allegedly. You believe that? I got a bridge to sell you in Taiwan.
You're gonna believe the lamestream media.
A bridge in
I'm
Taiwan.
just saying, next thing you know, they're telling me that Osama bin Laden is down in the ocean making out with little Michaela. Okay, that's what they want us to believe. You know, the Chi-Coms all get together at the Build-A-Bear conference and they say, "How are we gonna make sure that they got their little boners going?" Oh yeah, they're all boners are balancing little tiny tea trays with little biscuits on them. And then a singing little tea. Well, they have that at the Build-A-Bear conference, and they're saying, "I want to make sure that Osama bin Laden, he ain't dead. He ain't in the ocean."
Let me explain something to you. I was reading on Wikipedia about a little thing called homeopathy. You take a little bit of something, you spread it with a lot of water, it becomes supercharged, more powerful than ever. You put one Osama bin Laden in the ocean, the greatest collection of water in the entire planet Earth. It spreads around, it gets agitated, and it only enhances his power. And you're telling you're going to let your children swim around it? Why do you think there's so many sharks?
And when I was looking at that homeopathy, I saw a brilliant North Face jacket, which is why I want to tell you about the North Face. Use promo code CHICOMS at checkout and get 10% off this fine fleece.
Homeopathic bin Laden is real.
It would have been better if that model was wearing a North Face
North Face
outfit.
outfit? Yeah. Well, then it wouldn't be a Calvin Klein ad,
Then it
would
wouldn't
it?
be Calvin Klein, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, we got another question here. Where's my thing? Where's my thing? All right, anyway.
It was stolen by homeopathic Bin Laden operatives. Have you seen anyone in the ocean recently?
Well, it's been a while since I've been in there. All right, we're going to start with Justin on this one. Justin.
Yeah.
Denver mayoral candidate apologizes for not knowing what blank stands for.
Is it 2 words?
It's one blank. Denver mayoral candidate apologizes for not knowing what blank stands for.
Neat.
Candidate Jamie Gillis said in a statement, quote, "I replied with my acknowledgement of its mission and work. Then, when asked what the acronym stood for, I momentarily struggled to recall. Moments after the show, while collecting my thoughts, it came to me."
NAACP.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Okay. Brian?
Yeah, I guess. I guess if you already have NAACP, so I guess I'll say, wait, why would he? He said he supports them, right? What was the quote again? He said.
She said, "I replied with my acknowledgement of its mission and work. Then, when asked what the acronym stood for, I momentarily struggled to recall."
DIAF.
Bum. Denver mayoral candidate apologizes for not knowing what blank stands for.
Oh, actually, BLM is a pretty good one. I'll go BLM. Final answer.
BLM. Okay. The Black Lives Matter.
Oh, no, actually, changing it. KMFDM. That's, no. Thank you, Justin.
Only
people.
90s kids will understand.
All right. Bonnie.
All right. What is it that your license plate used to have?
BBW. Yeah, I got my, I remember.
Oh, they acknowledge their mission and work. Boy,
I remember getting it. I remember, like, I got a new car, and I had to have my license plate delivered to Florida because we were doing Halloween Horror Nights at the time, and I was like, and so I had to mail it to my cousin's place where I was staying, and it's like, I'm like, oh, I got my license plate. And I open it, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Is that BBW?
And I had later I was talking to my mom and I was like and I mentioned that it started with BBW and she goes like so, and I was like, oh mom.
Oh, no.
some of us have spent more time on the internet than others. Yeah. Anyway,
So is that your final answer, Bonnie? BBW?
Yeah, that is.
BBW. All right. Yeah, I did. I had my own ass man moment.
My mom knows what BBW is. What would you bet?
That your mom does?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think she does.
You know what? I'm gonna say.
I would bet no. I would bet no.
Really? I mean, she's got two young
She's
boys?
cool. I'm gonna say she does.
Yeah, I think she does.
I'm gonna bet for sure she does not. I'm gonna text her.
He's
There's-
texting her right now.
How did they know? BBW469.
No, she's saying
I
like
gotta feel like that's a like even like 2010s kind of thing, right?
oh yeah,
At
like
least. At least.
yeah, no, I mean I don't think I really ever saw that acronym until I was.
There's a
looking at-
lot of calculus going on in the room.
Well, no, I mean it was definitely like I learned about it through pornography because it was a shorthand for Big Beautiful Woman, right? And but I don't know if it predates that to
I
like.
just immediately realized we lost the possibility to gaslight somebody. The first person who hesitated on what BBW meant.
Oh.
You're like, no, you don't know. Oh my God. I thought it was Big Beautiful Women. Nobody tell him.
Yeah, no, I think it might have. I might have even. I don't know. I don't know when.
All right, we'll wait for that text message. But one of you is exactly correct. I wonder which one it was. Denver mayoral candidate apologizes for not knowing what NAACP stands for.
Hey-o!
Yeah.
Congrats, Justin. Let me see.
That one's a tricky one because association followed by advancement that's it doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Yeah. So I could see getting tripped up with that.
Apparently, she initially started saying National African American before realizing she was wrong. So
yeah,
that's the mistake you make. That's another point for Justin. It's 1-2 to 2. Justin and Bonnie are in the lead here. Only a few more.
Whoa.
We're gonna start.
What's the matter with you, Brian?
Sorry, I'm just thinking about BBW as Brian Brushwood women. Bonnie Brushwood woman.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna start with Bonnie on this one. Caps Evgeny Kuznetsov apologizes for video featuring blank blank.
2 words.
Caps Evgeny Kuznetsov. Am I getting that right at all, Justin? Do you know this person?
Wait, say it again.
Oh, that's a clue.
Evgeny Kuznetsov apologizes for video featuring blank blank. Kuznetsov's team said, quote, in addition to doing our own due diligence, we met with Evgeny to discuss the video circulated on social media. While we are disappointed by his presence in the video, we accept his explanation and apology for putting himself in an unfortunate situation. Caps Evgeny Kuznetsov apologizes for video featuring blank blank. Caps being short for Capitals.
The Washington Capitals National Hockey League franchise, Evgeny Kuznetsov.
That's right.
Oh, this is a
Hockey person.
hockey person.
Yeah.
Ooh.
2 words. I'm gonna go first. Russian mob.
Sorry, one more time.
Russian mob.
Russian mob. Well, okay. Bonnie. Caps Evgeny Kuznetsov apologizes for video featuring blank blank.
Featuring. Man, I keep watching the chat, and they're much more clever than me.
Steal
so
'em.
I'm gonna
Steal
steal it. I'm gonna say domestic violence because I think that.
Yeah, you stole it before I could steal it.
Yeah,
Look,
I
man,
know.
we call them our staff writers for a reason.
I know they're so good. I'm like, ooh, that sounds about right.
You know,
All right. Brian.
if we're gonna steal it, might as well steal the right answer. Baby shark.
Is that your final answer?
That is more insidious, is it not?
I'd apologize.
Right. So there's a little cousin that I met in Italy, right, in Sicily, and he's like learning English as part of his like school, and we were like they were like singing songs with him, and I looked at Ashley and I'm like, oh shit, can we like break Baby Shark in Sicily? Like, is there like can we be the one to bring like fire to the village and do it? They overheard us even discussing it, and they're like, no, there's nobody speaks English. No, Baby Shark. Worldwide, global.
Oh, yeah. It's global.
Oh, that's great.
I know, because you're not gonna like if you're not prone to domestic violence, you're not accidentally gonna get it stuck in your head, you know. But like Baby Shark is so insidious, like it's there all day. So I think that.
All right. Is Baby Shark your answer?
Sure.
Okay. All right. We've got a winner here. Justin, I'm going to give this one to you. Caps Evgeny Kuznetsov apologizes for video featuring white powder. White powder.
Oh shoot, like cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Which we can see in
I
this.
don't know.
Oh jeez. that appears to be unironic in the background. Not the subject of the video. Cocaine lines.
2 lines of
2
cocaine
rails.
with a rolled up dollar bill. Don't forget that.
Oh, wow.
Dollar bill.
That's right. Sorry, Evgeny.
Wait, was the guy with the phone the star? And then they're all like, "Oh yeah," and he was totally doing coke, and there
That's
it is.
that's what that seems to.
Yeah, it's one of these guys
Depict.
probably.
Oh my god.
All right, that's another point for Justin. 1-3 to 2. Justin is in the lead.
Uh-oh. Bonnie, we got to combine our forces.
Yes. Magic greens.
That's what I call the real White Russian.
All right,
Somebody grab that Twitter handle.
The real virus.
All right, this is our final one, and this is going to be worth 3 points.
Oh no! no, my lead is in peril.
And we're going to start with Brian on this one. Indiana School District apologizes for labeling blank student most annoying. Via the Hill, quote, Castellan said he left the trophy inscribed Bailey Preparatory Academy 2018-2019 Most Annoying Male at the Golden Corral restaurant where the ceremony took place, but his son's teacher approached him and reminded him not to forget it. Castellan told the paper that the teacher appeared to be trying to play off the award as a joke.
And the award one more time was,
Indiana School District apologizes for labeling blank student most annoying.
Yeah, I'm going to go autistic.
Say autistic.
Or some version of on the spectrum.
Justin?
Oh, man. One word, right? Not two?
One word, yes. Indiana School District apologizes for labeling blank student most annoying.
Brychan suggests annoying student.
I'm going to go mute.
Mute.
I do.
All right.
So annoying.
So annoying.
Just tell me your name, kid. Come on.
There's always secrets with you. Come on.
Oh, God. Okay. Keep your secrets. Proto GIF.
I'm gonna say stuttering.
Oh,
that's
good one.
Ooh, I see. All right, so we've got our answers here. Autistic, mute, and stuttering. And we have got ourselves a direct winner on the nose. Indiana School District apologizes for labeling autistic student most annoying. Autistic.
Yeah. Maybe don't have an award called most
annoying.
annoying and
That's
give it to
terrible.
children.
In a Golden Corral.
I know the Golden Corral.
That's the insult to injury.
It's the
Here's your
worst.
trophy. Go get some roast beef.
All of a sudden, Jeff Foxworthy's like, yeah, not only can you have all you can eat prime rib on Thursday nights, but you can also tell this weirdo he's a weirdo kid. Golden Corral, you might be a bad person.
Hey, I wonder if the spectrum extends all the way to the chocolate fountain. Come on down to the Golden Corral.
Oh my gosh, there is like kid like I don't know, like Josie is just graduated 5th grade.
Yep.
And they like tell the teachers to be more relatable by joking around with the kids.
Mhm.
Like so it's like, hey, 5th graders are different. You have to like get interact with them on their level or whatever. And so this one teacher makes these jokes, but then one time she says, like, for some reason, all the kids were like she says, hey, there's trash on the ground. And then everybody started pointing at it going, trash, 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 because 5th graders, right?
Yeah.
And so she points at it and goes, trash, trash. And then she points at the kid who has another helper come check up on him. So he's got something going on.
Yeah.
And she starts going, trash, trash, and pointing at the annoying kid in the class.
What?
And I was like, ugh, so
That's
this stuff
awful.
happens. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Boy.
What's her Twitter?
Well,
Let's all just know.
Maybe not.
Boy, I am so sorry. What a drag. I've had to get that off my
This
chest.
is a very
That's
funny
so much.
episode.
Apparently,
That was like the worst. I'm so
Get
bad.
us what we need. Get us what we need. We need the antidote.
Sure. Yeah. Apparently, this this entire ceremony took place in front of parents, teachers, and the principal. So,
Oh, boy. Hey, look at that dancing dog.
Look at that dancing dog.
Dancing dog. Oh my god.
All right, congratulations to Brian for winning that game.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
That's right.
He won
Look, it's
with
because I'm very talented and good.
He pulled it out at the very end.
You're very
Very
sneaky, and you
very
have a
smart.
direct view of the chat.
I don't know what you're referring to.
If you have any ideas for a game, got a list or something, send it in to mail@nightattack.tv. If we use it on the show, we'll get you a free sticker pack from Stickers or DIAF. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
what do you say we go ahead and check in? Wait, what do we do first? We do Diamond Time.
Diamond Time. Yeah. Let's
Been
do
a
some
couple
Diamond
weeks,
Time.
right? It's been a couple weeks. Diamond Time is where you can shout out your project right here on the show. Just head on over to diamondclub.reddit.com or reddit.com/r/Diamond Club. Post right there at the top of the page is where you can go ahead and shout out your project. Top 3 get read. Here is the first of those. Ocho Tona Princeps writes, I bring you exciting news from Mike TV. Mike's launched a Kickstarter. Mike TV is making a limited run of 125 signed and numbered songbooks for Get Set Go's album, So You've Ruined Your Life. Inside each hardbound CD case-size book will be handwritten lyrics and chord charts for every song on the album, plus several personal anecdotes and stories about the recording of the tracks from the man himself. This one-time run is a must-have for any Mike TV fan. Mike's already reached his goal, but there are plenty of copies left, so dig in. If this campaign is profitable, Mike will continue to run them for his other albums until he's released the full set. Just head on over there to YOLO420.com/GSGBook1.
I like that number 1, implying there's going to be so many more.
Yeah, he was telling me on the Trending Lemon podcast, available now, that he wants to do one for all of his albums, all 16 Get Set Go albums that they've made. So if they each keep hitting the goal, he's going to keep rolling it forward.
Well, and if anyone knows anything about Mike TV, he does quality work, so by all means, jump on that. Magic Pig writes, I'm riding 1,000 miles by bicycle this June to raise money for the Children's Cancer Research Fund, and I need your help. Visit his fundraising page at YOLO420.com/bike swag.
That's nice.
So far, okay, so he's up to about 100 miles now, so it's not too late.
Oh, yeah, he's looking to
hit
get just $1,000.
I'm all right. I'm gonna ask something of Magic Pig, because every once in a while, and we've had a lot of these that people do these amazing, insane physical feats and tie it to charity, and they raise good money while they're doing something insane. But it's just always something that's like, you should always lead. You're not riding 1,000 miles by bicycle to raise money. You're riding 1,000 miles by bicycle because you're a crazy person who's also an insane athlete and you want to do something amazing, and also you're doing a great thing for a charity. Like, both things should be honored. I guess it's always weird to me that it almost kind of feels like whenever people talk about that, it's almost like they're embarrassed that they're writing like, oh, like, this is the only way to raise money is by doing this insane athletic feat.
Man, it is the weirdest thing, because I know false memories are a thing, but I could have sworn that you got a degree in motherfucking journalism. and I would expect that you would know a little bit more about headline writing and know that the raising money for cancer research is going to be more eye-popping than the I like to ride a bike title.
I mean, yes, and no, you want to know what? Everybody, no, you want to? I'm going to go the other way on this. People raise money for cancer research all the time. They do it for no reason at all. You can donate $5 right now to cancer research. You're sitting on your ass, drunk as hell, watching idiots talk on the internet. This man is doing so much more. He is doing something that few people will ever do in their entire lives. 1,000 miles by bicycle is something that you should be very, very proud of. And while you are doing it, the fact that you are using your platform to also raise money for children's cancer research is amazing. So all I'm saying is both these things are great, and I wish more people would lead with both of them.
You're saying cool it on the false humility, people. You're rad and you know it. Rub it in our faces.
Exactly. I'm saying that. You are an insane athlete and you're a charitable person. You're better than all of us, and you should rub it in our face.
Papa Sparky writes in saying, hey guys, just want to give a shout out to my friend and Scam School alum, Frank Knight. Holy crap. Frank Knight is the guy that taught us wrestling on Scam School and broke my body. It was amazing. Last week, he and his partner Bianca were quite likely the first couple to get engaged at Galaxy's Edge. That's the new Star Wars thing at Disneyland.
Yeah.
How cool is that? And he's got pictures on here. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Frank is one of the good ones, man. He is a fantastic dude. Oh my God, that's so
sweet.
adorable. That's just great. And if you haven't seen it, take a look at it. Just type in Scam School, I don't know, Secrets of Pro Wrestling or something.
Yeah,
and you'll see him teaching us. It was a lot of fun.
Sweet.
Oh, hey, by the way, I think we didn't get this link out. YOLO420.com/bike-swag is where you can donate to Magic Pig's cancer research.
Yeah.
Hey, and you can have your project shouted out right there on Diamond Time. That is diamondclub.reddit.com or reddit.com/r/diamondclub.
Let's do the movie draft minute.
Welcome to your Movie Draft Minute, presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of June 3rd, 2019. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. Even though we took a bit of a break, I don't know if anything's actually changed in the rankings. But you know what? Let's go check the numbers and find out, just to be sure. Team Henderson is in 6th place with Ma bringing in $19.7 million, bringing their total to $158.6 million. Team Grant, the Beerist, is in 5th place with Godzilla, King of the Monsters, bringing in $51.6 million, bringing their total to $245.6 million. Team Sword Laser is in 4th place, $317.2 million. Team John Trucker is in 3rd place, $426.2 million. Team Nightack is in 2nd place with Rocket Man, bringing in $28.1 million for the total to $467.3 million. And in 1st place, $846.5 million. It's Team Frog Pants. And that is your Movie Draft Minute for the week of June 3rd, 2019.
Hey, Justin, remember when we thought Rocket Man was going to make like Bohemian Rhapsody money? I have a prediction.
What's that, Brian?
I think that Frog Pants is going to win with only 2 movies, but I think they're going to win because Long Shot gets them just that $30 million extra. I think John Trekker...
Yeah, it's going to come that close.
It's going to get that close, and it's going to be...
edge, but it'll be Long Shot. That's the difference.
Yep. Because Toy Story 4, I'm just not seeing it. I know Pixar does nothing but mint money, but... the marketing on all this, it just feels like does anyone have Toy Story fever? Are they catching it?
I'll go see it.
I mean, I'll go see it.
Nostalgia.
But
it does feel kind of flat, right? Like it just sort of feels like it's not the same kind of emotional connection. You know what it kind of feels like is like a direct to DVD sequel. Like those old Disney like super low stakes. But the characters are all together, and they're all gonna find like, oh no, like Princess Jasmine's tiger needs a new hat.
Like I find it surprising that the same advertisement has been over and over again.
Well, that's our local theater's decision.
Oh,
like they're not good at pre-show
okay.
the way the Draft House is.
Yeah.
So they run the same Key and Peele thing a billion freaking times, and it's so not fun to watch by now.
Oh, so those two are a comedy pair, which I didn't know about.
Yeah.
I don't know about. Okay, so that makes sense why there are these asshole characters.
Bonnie.
Well, they're kind of jerks, you know?
Yeah,
but
they
it
are.
makes sense, like, if
they're
they're a
two
comedy.
goofballs, at their shooting range or whatever.
Yeah, now I get it.
So, if you're placing money, Justin, who do you think wins at this point?
Scroll down to John Trekker, because I mean it's really John Trekker and Frog Pants.
They just have It and Toy Story, and I think it.
I actually I'm leaning more toward Frog Pants in that I think everything is just coming in soft this summer. Like everything will underperform what we thought it was going to, and if that's the case, then let's say that tops out at what? What do you think? Like a 900,000, right?
900 million, yeah.
For
Endgame. Yeah, I could see it drifting up to that. So I think they end up over 900 million. And then if Toy Story 4 does a soft 250 to 300, then that takes them to 730. And then if it does less than 200 million, which it almost certainly will, then that has them. It's a 2-horse race, I think.
Yeah.
You want to do some mail?
Hey, let's Bryce. Why don't we go for
to the Diamond Club?
Diamond Club?
Yeah, let's go do that.
Join us for drinks in the Diamond Club.
In the Diamond Club.
That sounds grand.
Sounds really grand. All right, this is the part of the show where we open up the mailbag and read some of your mail, like this letter from R.J. Jackson. R.J. writes, he's loading. There we go. So I discovered the spot that Houdini performed his first public exposure of a fraudulent medium. It turns out it was less than a mile from my house.
What?
As a magic hobbyist, this was incredible news, and my first thought was that more people should know about this. Since it happened in 1897 before he was famous, it wasn't documented many places, so I want to have a historical marker sort of plaque out there. Here's my quandary. Magicians always have a disproportionate view of how cool or interesting our world is. Whenever I tell normies about this, they all seem very interested, but I'm not sure if that's just my ability to tell the story or not. We aren't exactly a tourism town, so is this something that I should put my energy into, or am I having an outsized reaction to something that me and magic nerds find cool?
Oh my God. I love this idea, and I mean,
there are less important historical markers out in the world.
Correct, but also my outsized reaction that is happening right now is exactly an indication of what he's afraid of, which is It's just an inside magic geek kind of thing. And also, I mean, look, you're talking to a guy who spent a decade touring with an hour-and-a-half long lecture debunking the supernatural. So tender place in my heart for this.
So I missed the important part.
Oh, dude's hometown has the physical location where Houdini did his first debunking of a psychic, of a fraudulent psychic.
No, that is really cool.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm a magic geek too, so.
I mean, what's it take to get one of those? Like
Probably
it's
not
a banana. Like, how much can it
they
cost?
Well, especially if it's a small town.
It's a historic marker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
like they have
all right.
one over at.
Hold on. Sorry, go ahead, Bonnie.
They have one at the Wizard Academy for the peeing spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, okay, but that's
So I guess it depends on like kind of where you get the marker and who
and
you
how
go
official
through.
you want it to be.
But if
hold
you
on,
have a
hold on.
All right,
Hold
go,
on.
Justin.
All right, so
Go, Justin.
two things. Number one, is this just for magic geeks or is this for normies? The most famous magician of all time is Houdini. He's been dead for a very long time. There have been very famous magicians after him, and yet he is still the name that rings out. He is a number one. Nobody has touched him. So if there is ever going to be a magician for whom minutia would interest the public, it would be Houdini. So I would say assuage your fears a little bit there. In terms of you getting a marker on it, yeah, it is worth your effort. And what you need to do is go to your city hall, go to your city council, propose this as a historical marker, because a lot of times cities, counties, or states get money from, like, there's money designated to create these kinds of things. And cities are always looking for reasons to define themselves differently. You know, they always want a thing that's special. So I would say, yeah, put forth the effort to going through official channels, set up a website, set up a Twitter account at the very least that just, document this kind of thing so you can let them know how special your town is.
Well, and I think that what you don't want to do is invest a whole bunch of stuff in a giant pipe dream that doesn't manifest itself or turn into anything. And so I understand it's like, it's not for us to say, go take the gamble, make a bunch of noise, decide that you want to rename Dripping Springs to Pound Town, like
I still see them pop up on my Twitter feed.
I love it. But what you can do is call the mayor's office and say, we have something truly special here. There is a plugged-in community that will mobilize. What does it take to get something designated? Does it take just money? Does it take a manifestation of energy or whatever, or spiritual energy? No, but like, do you need to see a lot of noise on Twitter? Like, you tell me the recipe to cause one of these to happen, and then you bring that recipe to us. So you're only on the hook for find us the recipe for this to happen, and then and allow us to bang drums and make noise and try to raise money.
And if your town has something like a historical society, I bet they are going to know the answer to that already. And have a lot of interest in backing your play. He says that it's not a tourism town, but this is the kind of thing that could make it a tour. Like, I'm not gonna. It's important to keep like your expectations reined in, but this is a thing that towns do is they recognize these
Yeah,
things.
but it's actually
Yeah, you don't have to be fucking Miami Beach to want to put up a thing so somebody at some point might come into your town and spend money at your diner and your hotel and shit like that. If you can book a single magic convention or a skeptic lecture or something like that, then yeah, I think that's.
So if I was going to guess, I'm going to guess that somebody in the mayor's office say, well, it has to be approved by the so-and-so state committee, and the plaque costs $5,000. Usually there's some kind of opening ceremony or whatever, and then you could, at that point, you talk to us, and it's like, okay, we can get these magicians to I mean, with a phone call, I'm pretty sure we could get one certain very popular in the 80s with television specials magician to tweet to raise awareness of a campaign to do this.
But putting your balls on the table. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that there's that this is an important thing that historically should be documented. I think in terms of as a monument to skepticism, Houdini was just as important as he was as a magician, and that is an important thing. It is worth the effort, and I would say here, step one, we will leave you with direct homework. Set up a Twitter account.
I'm saying don't do that. I'm saying call and get the test answers in advance.
Okay. Well, there is a chance that he will not get the test answers in advance.
Okay.
And setting up a Twitter account is free. So I would say do both.
Well, apparently, I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy to get a historical marker because of local.
How many?
No, like you have to I think you just buy it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
you have to
I'm-
find out from whom and how much.
Yeah, but they did one at the Wizard Academy.
But they may have
No.
just got a plaque.
That
That is not an official historical
Oh,
marker.
I
That's
thought it was.
Bonnie. No, they bought a $200 brass plaque
No,
that
but
said
they
whatever
put
they
it.
want.
They put it on the historical marker map. So okay, there's
Wait,
two different
really?
things. Yeah, because here's one of the stories is they put this plaque out there, and I think maybe it's not officially state sanctioned, but you can put it on the historical marker map, so they had bikers come through.
What historical marker map?
Apparently you can download
Wiki
an
Maps.
app that says where all the markers are, and somebody snuck it on there, and then apparently it's this.
It's enough of a thing that people doing the rounds come and visit.
Yeah, if they're on their motorcycles and they're stopping off at all the markers, and then this one stuck out to people because it said the pissing stone. And they're just like, what is this? And apparently there's this one person that everybody hated so much, they all pitched in and they made a stone with his name on it so that you could go and stand in this part of the world and just pee on his name because they were so mad at him. But that's on the little map. So it's on the map, but it's not.
Sure.
I wonder how legitimate that is. If it's the International Star Registry or...
I don't know.
I don't know what is it. Historicalmarkermaps.org.
I can find out. I don't know.
.geocities.com.
Maybe.
But if this is an actual historical site, so you would want to your city would be interested in it. No doubt your city would be interested in recognizing this.
Yeah,
and
right?
So,
Yeah.
it's just figuring out what it is. And I think you could do it easily. So I would say, if his question is it going to be an outsized reaction? The answer is no. It's going to be everyone.
You have enough of a reaction coiled.
Yeah.
For what you want to do. And that's all you need.
Yeah. We have one more email here. This is from Tim from Spiderbite. He asks, "Sup? How is it doing the banked shows with 0 of the regular chat room element?" Spiderbite. Those were kind of interesting because we didn't do them live and we didn't have the chat room at all for those, but it was both Brian and Justin in the room plus the guests all in the same room.
And we didn't do games for either of them.
Right.
They were
didn't have
more
games.
like traditional podcast freeform interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely a change of pace. It felt a little bit more kind of like the albums to me in terms of just being in a room and screwing around. I think really the big test would be to do shows like that where we don't have guys like Cargill and Corey and Martin there, where it's like,
yeah, we sort of stacked the deck on that one, right? By getting folks that we had long history with, that we already knew we had chemistry, and that we didn't even have to worry about any kind of, rigid structure for.
I mean, because even the Corey and Martin episode, I gotta feel like we didn't even really get to the episode. It was just like a lot of like catching up and us having a good time. And I think it was a great episode. But if we were to bank another one, we probably could have like just done a more traditional kind of just talking about stuff that beyond the stuff that we wound up talking about on the first one, because there was just so much to talk about. It was just an endless stream, and with Cargill too.
Yeah, I was pleased that we made plans. Like, I'm really excited about doing the live show with them. I think that's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Do you remember that we made plans?
Oh no, I remember. I was like working while I was on vacation, trying to get that settled, so we would have a ticket link close to that. But we're still.
We'll let you know.
If it's hard to work on something with inside the Night Attack spaceship, add the complexity of getting 4 people's approval that don't always check their email.
If you think it's hard to herd 3 cats, wait until you have 5.
But everybody keep an eye out on this space and on the Twitter or on the Discord once we have something to announce.
I don't. Yeah, it's always bad to make announcements before we have an announcement. But we were not just whistling Dixie about the idea of doing a combined show with them. So keep an eye.
And I guess the real question is, I mean, I liked it a lot. The biggest difference I noticed is that it was easier to be more dialed in to the people we were talking to, and it felt like we were able to get more depth than we otherwise do. It felt, I mean, I guess structurally it's a lot closer to like when we were playing around with the Ice Cream Social Boys. But the big question is whether the audience thought it was appreciably different one way or the other.
Yeah, I think that's right, because I'm more curious about what you guys thought than what than how we felt. Like for us, it was screwing around with people,
that we already love. Yeah.
Well, and that's the funniest thing is that there was the time when we were doing the Cargill episode, and we were like reprising like, oh well, here it's the new steak bet, and it's like, oh my god, that'll be 8 years. Like, I've known Cargill at least 8 years to the point where I was like making bets with him for like 8 years ago. Like, holy crap! Like these people that I'd always initially thought as like, oh, these are Brian's friends. Now I've known them for a decade. Like, it's kind of it was so fun to kind of have both those episodes back to back.
Yeah, no, it was really good times. I would like to do more of that, and if you guys want to make it possible to fly Justin out more often, if you feel like there's value to us all being in the same room, then by all means, patreon.com/nightattack.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys. We'll have some more emails next week.
Yeah, what's a bit boss at?
mail@nightattack.tv is the email address that you want to send it to. Our bit boss.
Oh, BioCow with the snipe!
No. Zeus and Hera, 500.
No,
it's a Fast and Furious.
Oh man.
The end.
Zeus on your face. Thank you very much, Zeus and Hera. Oh, Justin, what did we learn, buddy?
Well, we learned that you do have to declare foreign Zeus.
Yeah, man. We learned that dancing dog GIFs make everything better.
We learned no, Argo, no.
we learned that Wikipedia photos should only be updated about 3 years ago.
And we learned you should never say those 2 words.
But you can't say those 4 words. See you next Tuesday.
Die in a fire. BioCow takes it back. 665.
Oh, BioCow's the best. Zeus always sucked.
Oh, Justin Robert Young, every time you go, I get so sad that I wanna drink a warm glass of Drano. Night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.